Hello all and welcome to Aspirants Study Circle. I am Prashant and today we will discuss bits important for UPSC Preliminary Examination 2023, for preliminary examination of APPSC, and at the same time with respect to any other state public service commissions. These bits will be important for all of these exams or any of the competitive exams. Now the first question is, how many pairs are correctly matched? Thangta, Manipur; Silambam, Tamil Nadu; Ghatka, Punjab; Malakhamb, Madhya Pradesh; Kalariapattu, Kerala. So the right answer here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the 5 pairs are rightly matched. So it is very important for you to note. See, these can also be used as examples in mains. See, when you have to talk about culture, when you have to talk about diversity, so you can give these examples and such examples would fetch you marks. So it is very good to by heart all of these and these places. So this will be important for both preliminary and mains perspective. So moving on to the next question. VTOL technology is related to which field? So this was a bit which was recently asked in Telangana State Public Service Commission 2022, held on October 16th. So now the answer here is clearly aviation. So let us understand the importance of VTOL technology. So this is considered to be one of the breakthrough technologies, and it stands for electric vehicle takeoff and landing. So this is what it stands for. So you can expect such questions even in mains, because mains is all about application. See, now all of you must have observed, looking at the preliminary question, that it is more analytical and that it is more unpredictable. Right? So we need to prepare mains even from that perspective. So we can take learnings from the preliminary examination in order to prepare well for the mains examination too. So that is the reason why you need to understand the various applications of various different technologies. So applications is very important, very, very vital. So in case of any technology, you need to think in terms of agriculture. How can it be used in case of medical services, in case of transportation, logistics? How can it be in a rescue mission? In case of national security, law enforcement. See, all of these are application areas. So you need to prepare notes accordingly, keeping all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points in mind. You can create a framework. Right, so this is very important. Now moving on to the next question. Which of the following statements about gross domestic product are correct? So it is the monetary value of all finished goods and services produced within a country's border. An increase in the GDP of a nation ensures welfare of its citizens. It is a measure of disposable personal income. So if you clearly observe the first statement, yes, it is the monetary value of all finished goods and services produced within a country's borders. Second, an increase in the GDP of a nation ensures the welfare. So that means the key word is necessarily. Ensures, that means it will. So we all know that GDP does not necessarily translate into welfare of its residents. So because GDP is more of a quantitative, so you need to understand that it is quantitative, right? And welfare refers to qualitative. So that is the reason why the second statement will be wrong. It may or may not, but doesn't necessarily, right? It is a measure of disposable personal income. Now, disposable personal income is what you get after all the taxes and everything. So when the GDP rises, it could even rise because of, see, market prices. See, there is two things, at factor cost and at market price. So when you say GDP at market price, it will indicate that that doesn't mean that there are actually goods being produced more, but the prices of the goods have increased, right? So there's a difference between, if for example, let's assume today one biscuit packet is 10 rupees, one biscuit packet. Okay, now at the same, see, tomorrow one biscuit packet can be 20 rupees. But what is the value over here? If you consider this, the value over here is 10. But over here, the value is 20. It has increased. But whereas the quantity is the same. The quantity is one biscuit packet over here, one biscuit packet over here. But it is reflected that there is an increase in GDP. But does that mean there is an increase, or it is a measure of personal income or disposable personal income? So it is does not translate into that. So even 3 is wrong. So the right answer over here would be only 1. So this is a conceptual question, and such questions can be asked. Now moving on to the next question. Which of the following statements about Interpol is or are correct? So 90th Annual General Assembly of Interpol will take place at New York. It is a 195-member intergovernmental organization. India joined it in 1949. Central Investigative Agency is the designated National Central Bureau of India. So here, see, there are a lot of statements. See, you may not know if it is a 195-member body, or you may not even know if it is 1949, if India joined it in 1949. But you may be having an idea that Central Investigative Agency, which is designated in our country, is the Central Bureau India. CBI is the point of contact, right? But since this is in news, you will definitely know that this is wrong, right? This is wrong. So it is held at Pragati Maidan. It is being held, in fact. So from October 18th to 21st, it is being held at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. So clearly you can eliminate the first option even if you do not know 2, 3 or 4. So this is how the questions have been framed and are being framed, and this will be the trend. So you need to eliminate the first option and then you will arrive at the right answer. So yes, it is a 195 member body, and please do comment in the comment section, where is the headquarters of Interpol? Where is the headquarters of Interpol? Okay, now moving on to the next question. The Multidimensional Poverty Index, developed by Oxford Poverty and Human Development Initiative with UNDP, supports or covers which of the following? So it covers which of the following, or it's directly asking about the indicators. So first, deprivation of education, health, assets and services at household level, purchasing power parity at national level, extent of budget deficit and GDP growth rate at national level. So you can clearly see, if you have gone through the various indicators of multidimensional poverty index, you will know that option 2 and option 3 are not there. So the answer will become 1 only. So let us look at the various indicators, and you can use all of these indicators in various answers in mains, right? Especially with respect to social justice. So you can use all of these pointers to support your answer. So also you can use this sustainable development goals, quality education, affordable and clean energy. So just have a brief look at all of these, because see, with respect to health, which has 1/3 weightage, education, which has 1/3 weightage, and living standards, it has 1/3. So health, education and living standards, and which is further subdivided into all of these, right? So years of schooling, school attendance, nutrition, child mortality. So all of these are very important, and try to by heart all of these indicators because they can be used in mains, right? So here the answer is 1 only. Now moving on to the next question. So UNESCO's Creative Cities Networks and Indian cities. So, how many pairs are correctly matched? Now, Hyderabad, gastronomy, Mumbai, film, Varanasi, music, Chennai, music, Jaipur, crafts and folk art, Srinagar, crafts and folk art. So, here the answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of the 6 pairs are important. The reason why I have asked this question is please make sure that you see them as examples to be used in mains. Right. So when we talk about diversity, okay, so you can use all of these examples. Right. So moving on to the next question. The word Kareva indicates. Right. So highly fertile alluvial soil deposits in Kashmir Valley, backwaters of Kerala, deep gorges of Himalayas, none of the above. So the right answer here would obviously be highly fertile alluvial soil deposits in Kashmir Valley. So these are very, very, very fertile, right? And in fact, saffron heritage and cultivation of Kashmir Valley, right? So we get saffron especially, and this has been recognized by the Global Agricultural Heritage Systems of FAO. So this is again important. So Global Agricultural Heritage Systems. So this becomes so important. So moving on to the next question. SWAS, Suffer, Star are related to. So green crackers, energy efficiency standards, different charging ports for electric vehicles, none of the above. So now we have Diwali coming up, so the discussion about green crackers is very evident. And see, SWAS is safe water releaser. Safe water releaser. And Shuffle is safe thermite cracker. Sorry, Star is safe thermite cracker. And Shuffle is safe minimal aluminium. Safe minimal aluminium. Right. So safe water releaser. So what it does is it will discharge water vapor into the atmosphere. Water vapor into the atmosphere, and it will not contain sulfur or potassium. Or potassium, as is the usual standards with normal crackers, right? So even in this case there is minimal, very minimal, does not contain sulfur, potassium, and discharges less particulate matter. See, it discharges less particulate matter. And at the same time, if you talk about Star, so same, it does not contain sulfur and potassium nitrate and less particulate matter. And also the noise level, even the noise level is low. So we need to understand these key terms are related to green crackers, and you have to understand that there is a reduction of almost all 30%. Okay, so 30% is the key figure that you have to remember, because the amount of particles emitted, PM particles, there is a reduction of 30%. And as we all know that this is developed by CSIR, okay, and in particular by NEERI, which is a CSIR lab. So what is NEERI? It is National Environmental and Engineering Research Institute. Right. So moving on to the next question. Which of the following satellites is for the purpose of secured military communications? GSAT 6, 7, 8, 10. So here the right answer would be GSAT 7. So GSAT 7, GSAT 7A, and now we have GSAT 7B. So this was dedicated for Navy, this was dedicated for Air Force, and this will be dedicated completely to the Army. So the 7 series is with relation to secured military communications. So moving on to the next question. Which of the following committee talks about net neutrality? So net neutrality is very important, and see the reason, because there are a lot of issues with respect to net neutrality, right? So this can also be a very good mains question. So these are the areas that you need to keep in mind. So you need to prepare these answers well beforehand, so that you do not waste much time thinking about these answers in the examination hall. So now we need to understand what exactly net neutrality is. So it is nothing but, see, all end users like you and me are able to access any content on the internet or any applications, any services, at the keywords over here are same level of quality, right, speed and price, right? So no matter who is creating that content, you as an end user, irrespective of who is generating that content, the level of quality that is being provided to you should be the same with respect to the quality, and with respect to speed, and with respect to the price. So this in short is net neutrality, and the committee is AK Bhargava committee. So these are the topics for today. I hope you have found them useful. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.